Okay, guys, in this video, we are going to talk about octants in three-dimensional space. Now, just like we had in the two-dimensional space, we had quadrants. So I hope you remember that, like, right? So we had these two axes, right? So this is going to be, say, y-axis, and then this is the x-axis here. And we had quadrant number 1 here, quadrant number 2, number 3, and number 4. So if you were to draw a letter C, that's how you would remember them, right? So you start at 1 and then go towards number 4. So in the first quadrant, if you remember, x and y are positive. In the second, x is negative, y is positive. In the third, both of them are negative, and in the fourth, x is positive and y is negative. Now, what happens in 3D space? In 3D space, actually you have octants. So that means there are 8 of them. But what are they? So I have here CalcPlot 3D, which I really like to visualize the situation. And so we're going to draw what's called the coordinate planes. First, I'm going to show you what the plane which we call xy plane. So xy plane has equation z equals 0. So if it's xy plane, what variable is missing? Well, z. So this is going to be z equals 0. So you can see that that means that every point on this plane does not have a has a z coordinate, but it's 0, right? And x and y could be anything, but z has to be 0. Okay, so now let's go and define the xz plane. So xz plane has equation y equals 0. Okay, so let's look at that, right? So that's your xz plane. So every point on this magenta plane has y coordinate 0. Okay, and finally, we're going to define what we call the yz plane. And for that one, we have x equals 0, right? So we're going to just say x equals 0. And that's going to be where, that's the third one, right? That's this neon one or whatever. So that one is going to be where, because it's yz, then that means that x is 0. And so now you can see that these planes divide the whole three-dimensional space into octants, right? So the one that is looking at you right now, the one that's closest to you, it's hard to draw that, but that one's like going to be number 1, right? So the only one that you really need to know is number 1. But the other ones, this is one is going to be 2, this is 3, this is 4, and then on the bottom you'll have like 5, 6, 7, 8, right? So you can tell, right? It's like 8 pieces. It's like I guess there are 4 rooms on the top and 4 rooms on the bottom. Then they're gonna make up 8 octants. But the one that you do need to know is the first octant. And in the first octant, all 3 coordinates are positive. Okay, so first octant, x, y, and z should be positive. Now, let's look at this problem. At this time, now we are ready. And they're asking us, which point is in the first octant? So when you look at point Z, you can definitely see that its Z coordinate is -1. So that one is not, it cannot possibly be in the first octant. So we already know it's not going to be D, but it could be A, B, or C. So now let's look at, let's kind of move it this way. So we can see, okay, so it's not going to be D because for D, Y is negative, right? It's also not going to be A. What about C? So C, we have actually X is negative. I need to rotate it so that it's the way we usually look at it, right? So the one where X and Y are positive is B, right? And B also has the Z coordinate is positive. So looks like that answer will be B.